Hey fandom, it's me Aaron for a comic show, and this week it's Fight Club. Fight Club, I mean, Jesus Christ. Look, you can't go wrong any cover you pick. It's by Dark Horse. I don't even care that they don't have Star Wars now because this is so good. And if you were thinking like Fight Club 2, that sounds stupid, that's exploitative, that's all so lame, whatever, just shut up. Just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about because like I will fight you. I will fight you. If you say this, we can meet at a con that you're at and I'm at, and I will fight you because this is the writer of the book writing this comic that he decided, hey, you know, I don't want to write a book anymore. I don't want to write a book. Books are boring. They're just words with no pictures. And after seeing and falling in love with his movie and seeing those visuals, he doesn't want to write books anymore for Fight Club. He wants to do it with visuals from the start. And this Fight Club 2, it spoke to me on those levels that the first Fight Club did when I was much, much younger, you know, just coming out of high school and whatnot, that, okay, so our main character in Fight Club got his happily ever after. He got married, a suburbia, a kid, and he is freaking miserable, and everyone around him is miserable, and he's on a ton of drugs to kind of keep the Durden away, to keep the alternate persona gone, but Durden's here and there and everywhere, and his own wife is sabotaging him and sabotaging his pills, and basically he has a monologue in here that just spoke to me that, you know, you do everything right, you do everything the way that they tell you to do it, and you know, you keep your lawn well mowed and all that stuff, and no one's happy. There's no win. There's no way to have a win in this society, in this suburban life. It's all just, you do the pills and you try to make it to the end of the day and make it to the next day. And the end of this book, the end of this issue was just insane, a crazy awesome cliffhanger, and I'm in love with Fight Club 2. And if you liked Fight Club at all, the movie, and you don't get this, you are just a horrible, stupid person because you're just stupid. Like, the reason you like the movie is from the guy that wrote the book, and I'm telling you he's writing this comic book, and I'm telling you it is awesome. So do with that what you will. Rarely do I give an endorsement that offensive, but you're stupid if you like Fight Club and don't get this. That's just how it is. Moving on, Avatar has Providence. It's Alan Moore and Jason Burrows. They're great together, and this is like the culmination of everything Alan Moore's done with the H.P. Lovecraft type stuff. So if you've liked any of that, get it. And even if you didn't get any of that, you can jump on here. It's a story that you can just read and enjoy. Oh man, Archie Horror Sabrina. Issue 3 is already out. It took them like, what, a whole year to get number 2 out, and then 3 is here. I'm enjoying this book. I'm enjoying what Archie's doing. And on a whole different note, instead of Archie Horror, there's Archie Action. And this is Sonic Universe is part 1 of this Worlds Unite Mega Man Sonic crossover. You see, this is the connecting cover variant where 12 different covers of all 12 parts connect to be one huge poster. And if you like Sonic and Mega Man separately, you know, this is like, you know, you like chocolate and peanut butter separately, here's your Reese's peanut butter cup of fun, you know, of video game nostalgic fun. Them together, it's awesome. And I've enjoyed Mega Man, so, you know, I've never was the biggest Sonic fan. Some of those like little rings were really hard to get and it pisses me off, but enjoy it. Pisces, this is Curtis Weeb, who you love from Rat Queens, and it's nothing like Rat Queens. But that's kind of cool that this book is nothing like his other book, which is nothing like Peter Panzerfast. This is war-related. It's a dude with PTSD from Vietnam, but what's up with this sci-fi PTSD? What's up with this space stuff? And is it really just isolation he feels back at home and that's why he's having these space nightmares? Or did he really go to space? Probably did, because the other way is kind of boring. So if you are a Curtis fan, try his new book. Material, number 1 by Ellis Cott. This is just Ellis Cott, his weird perception-altering type of thing. Like, basically he's saying, like, we all argue over our worldviews, and we're all willing to fight and die over worldviews, but yet we can only see 3% of the electromagnetic spectrum, and that's really not enough percent of reality to base a worldview on, especially one that you're willing to fight and die and kill for. So, yeah, have your mind blown with Ellis Cott. He's the new Grant Morrison. Secret Wars has been phenomenal. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. It's basically like Convergence done well. Old Man Logan 1 by Bendis. if you liked Old Man Logan, this is that world, and it's Logan in that world. And Emma, mainly in this issue, as you see from the cover, and Ultron, and I thoroughly enjoyed returning to that world, and that's something that Secret Wars is giving us. Inhumans, Attilan Rising, it's Charles Soule, and John Timms is on art, who did Harley Quinn, signed here, wonderful man. But Charles Soule, if you were reading Inhumans by Charles Soule, you'll want this. It was cool. It had a lot of cool little things, like this G-Man 1920s looking Ghost Rider, and cool stuff with the Quiet Room and whatnot, and Black Bolt. MODOK Assassin. MODOK's just a total badass in here, just killing all kinds of people. His internal monologue is ridiculous. He takes on another assassin, Angela, at the end, after taking on more traditional ones like Bullseye, and yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Infinity Gauntlet. This is Dustin Weaver on art, who's freaking beautiful of art. You might remember from the S.H.I.E.L.D. book that was based in the Renaissance era, and Gary Duggan, the writer from Nova and co-writer from Deadpool, all that stuff. But this is Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, it's Thanos. It's Thanos and Novas and Infinity Gems. So Thanos and Novas. The whole team from Spider-Man 2099 is on this Secret Wars 2099 #1, and it's 2099 era with new characters that we haven't seen before, are different characters, and Hercules is there looking just the same as he does in the regular Marvel Universe, and actually up to his same shenanigans. I enjoyed it. I like Peter David. Battle World Secret Wars Journal. This has been my favorite of the tie-ins. I've really liked this backup story, which is by the same dude that writes for Black Mass for like You Can't Go Home Again. It was a cool Egyptian Moon Knight, however you pronounce the Knuth, moon god, whatever. But it was mutants versus werewolves, basically. So, you know, they own the night, and that was fun. And you see Kate on the cover, all old-timey, like King James England, Kate, Hawkeye. I liked it. I think that if you're a Marvel fan, you'd probably enjoy that. Inferno was actually the first X-Men crossover I ever got. The first crossover I got into was Inferno. It was all like magic and hell and the Black Queen, and so it was full of nostalgia for me, and it was a fun little read. I like the limbo and the demons and all that stuff, and it was cool. You know, some of these mileage may vary based on your connection to the previous type of story that it's going back to. Where Monsters Dwell is a Secret Wars tie-in. It's Garth Ennis, and I assure you, you need no other Secret Wars anything to enjoy this. If you like Garth Ennis, get it, and just ignore this little Secret Wars thing. If you are getting all the Secret Wars, then get it because you're getting all the Secret Wars, and there's something OCD about you. But I promise you, it is a funny read, and it seems like Garth Ennis wanted to do this anyway, and this was like the only thing he wanted to do for Marvel, and Marvel's like, all right, we'll let you do this Phantom Eagle miniseries, but we're going to kind of shoehorn it into the Secret Wars thing so it'll sell, because, you know, Garth Ennis obviously has a huge price tag, and is that okay? And he's like, yeah, you can do that, but I'm not going to reference Doom or Thor's or any of that shit, so whatever. And honestly, it was a fun book. And Marvel also has all new Hawkeye 3, which Jeff Lemire, it's awesome. I'm loving this run. Sandman Overture 5 is out. Haven't read it yet because I am going to read 1 through 4 because I've seriously forgot what 4 ended with because it's been so long, but I love this book. I love the art. Obviously, I love Neil Gaiman, and it's out. Cool. And DC had promised us that the collection will be out for a Christmas sale, so they have to get one more issue out before they can collect it. Oh, I hope they do. And finally, Convergence number 8, the final issue of Convergence. You have this cover that looks pretty cool, and then you have this cover of those dudes that hogged all the screen time for the first 5 issues of Convergence because, you know, hey, they're back. Anyway, issue 8, though I like a lot of these characters, and there's nothing upsetting about the resolution, which I'm not going to spoil, it just seemed like a whole lot of standing around and talking, a whole lot of expository dialogue, and a whole lot of like, okay, yeah, all right, whatever. It's kind of like, well, you like these characters, and this is all we're printing for these 2 months, so whatever. You're going to have to read this, DC. So DC's June better kick some ass is what I'm basically saying. And the backup story, the 8-page thing for World's Finest is We Are Robin. That was freaking awesome. I'm excited about We Are Robin. That should be an awesome book. And Convergence Shazam was pretty cool. I mean, look at this cover. You have like Gotham by Gaslight Batman and these happy Fawcett City characters. Blue Beetle Convergence was like a really fun story for me. I love Blue Beetle, and he's a genius, and it was awesome. I liked seeing Ted Kord shining, and Booster Gold was pretty cool. You got Ted Kord, you got Wave Rider, you got Booster. I love Booster Gold. So yes, DC with your Convergence. Yes, mileage varies. The mileage that was Guy Gardner, Booster Gold, Blue Beetle. Obviously, if you pandered to me with those characters, I will spend my money forever and ever. But everything else was just saying, eh. So June better kick some freaking ass and bring back Ted Kord, god damn it, out, and read Fight Club, everyone, or else you're a dummy. Unless you hated the movie, and then that's just your opinion. Because you didn't like the movie, you won't like the book. But if you like the movie and you don't get the comic, I don't even know why you're watching this video. Just unsubscribe. Thanks, bye-bye.